Tuning the guitar is a very important part of the process, obviously. Tuning your guitar is pretty important. To make sure we're in tune takes a little bit of time, and you should take your time when you're tuning. Otherwise, you're going to have to come back to it, check it again, do it again. It's just a lot more frustrating than it needs to be. So, if I'm tuning my guitar, I'm going to be turning the tuning pegs, tightening or loosening the string, and that changes the pitch of the string. If I'm looking at the guitar, if I'm looking at the tuning peg, I'm going to be turning the tuning peg counterclockwise or clockwise, left or right, depending on the pitch. The goal is to try to get the pitch in the middle of the tuner, usually marked by a 0 or a green light or a blue light, something in that vicinity. Different tuners are displayed differently, but generally have the same layout in that the middle indicates that the string is in tune. The right side indicates if a pitch is too high or too sharp, and the left side indicates the pitch is too low or too flat. So if the needle is in that vicinity, if we lower the pitch if it's too sharp or raise the pitch if it's too flat, it's going to bring it to the middle. We want to hit the string a couple times just to double check and be as accurate as possible. So if I'm looking at my tuning peg on an acoustic guitar, then if I turn the peg to the right, it's going to loosen the string. If I turn it to the left, it's going to tighten the string. So again, if I'm looking right at the tuning peg, on the other side, strings G, B, and high E, if I turn it to the right, it's going to loosen the string. If I turn it to the left, it's going to tighten the string. For electric guitars, it's the same principle. Some electric guitars are in line, the tuners are in line. This will be the same thing. So you're only going to have to turn them all one direction or all the other direction. You don't have to flip the guitar around, which is pretty sweet. When you're tuning, you always want to raise the pitch to the note, which means I always want to go from flat to in tune rather than sharp to in tune. So in other words, if I have a pitch that's too high and I need to bring it back down, then I actually want to go past the 0 mark. So loosen it too much and then tighten it to that note. This will ensure the string doesn't slip or the pitch doesn't drop as soon as I hit it after what I think is an in-tune string. And that about does it for tuning the guitar. It just takes some time. Just be patient with it. Take the time to tune as accurately as you possibly can, and it'll get easier and easier each time.